Welcome, Partnership Realty Realtors. Welcome to Sunny Isles Beach, Miami, Florida. We are here at a beautiful day in sunshine, enjoying the lovely weather of Miami. Sunny Isles is a lovely area to come and visit, and we're lucky and happy to have you guys here. Well, today's class is going to be how to calculate a seller's net proceeds. What does that mean? Seller's closing costs. That means what the seller is going to receive at the time of closing. Now, we can only do estimates. Title companies, attorneys, they're all estimates, but we do a very close estimate. We're going to show you guys a software that Partnership Title and Escrow has, which is a phenomenal software that you will not have to call a local realtor, someone who's been in years for business, or call up an attorney or call up a title company to give you what's called the seller's net proceeds, again, which are the closing costs. You guys, once you guys find out and see how easy it is to use this software, it really doesn't matter if you guys are a 20-year veteran or a 30-year realtor or even a realtor that's just started maybe 2 days ago. It's so simple to use, but you guys need to practice it, use it, and get familiarized with it. This is really important because when you guys go to a listing, you want to let the sellers know exactly more or less what they're going to get and receive at the time of closing. So we're going to show you guys how to do this today. It is so simple. Again, thanks for being here, and we're going to go right online, and you're going to come into partnershiptitleandescrow.com, and you're going to receive and see exactly what we're showing you guys here. All the information from our title company is here, and you're going to first have to log in, okay? You're going to have to create, you're going to click on get a quote, because you do have to create what's called your profile. Once you've done this one time, you don't ever have to do it again. This is also going to stay in your complete system. So here you're going to create your profile. In this case, Guillermo Martinez, we're using his profile. He's already has it created, but we're going to show you how simple and easy to do it. So you're going to come down and click on profile, and once you do that, you want to put in your full name, company you work for, Partnership Realty. You're going to have your position. What is your position? You're a realtor. You are a broker associate. You want to put down your email. You want to put down your cell phone. Now, here's the best part about it. All your social media, go directly to it and just copy and paste the link right here into Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. So all of this, our software is so advanced, and it's going to keep everyone and showing all about your profile and all about you. So everything's social media nowadays. So here you want to copy and paste everything in there. Now, at the same token, if you go up on the right-hand side, you're going to see our great leader, Nikki Robards, who is our office manager, owner, and her name, phone number is always there. So if you ever need help, you could always contact myself. You can always contact Nikki. But I promise you, this is so simple to use that you won't need it. One of the things, MLS has seller's net proceeds as well, too. It's very effective, but it's more complicated. To be honest with you, I want to go the path of least resistance, which just means I'm going to go the easiest way. That all I have to do is click in a couple of little things in there, and it's going to give you a very, very close. They're both very good. Our MLS, our board, has a very good one, but so do we, okay? So any title company is going to give you the exact quote that we're going to give you. Everything's always an estimate. So after you create your profile, photos are extremely important. We have a very handsome gentleman right here, Mr. Guillermo Martinez. So your photo is going to be right there in its place. Always the photo is very important in my book. Why? Because people remember images. They remember faces. They might not remember names, but when they see your face through all your marketing that you're doing and your advertising, they're going to go, oh my God, I know him. He's a realtor. I know her. She's a realtor. So the photo is very important because once you email this document or you print this document out, Once you send it to your client, your photo is going to be there, your contact information is going to be there, your entire profile is going to be there. So this is a very, very, very great tool to have. Probably one of the best tools that we got many great tools, but this tool here, when you're getting a listing or when you get an offer on a property, this tool here is the ones that you're going to be using. So you want to go to Seller's Net Sheet. So we're going to click on Seller's Net Sheet, and now you're going to type in the property. In this case here, we're going to use our office address, 1663, and it's going to automatically recognize it. There it is, Congress Avenue, West Palm Beach, Florida. Fantastic. What are the things that you guys are going to need to be able to input into the system? Well, you only need a few things. One, you need the sales contract or the exclusive listing agreement. So once you guys have done your CMA or your market analysis, and how do you do your CMA and market analysis? Please go back and revisit one of our classes that we've got through YouTube, through Facebook. We've done CMAs, we've done market analysis, we've done everything, how to do listings, what do you need at a listing, everything is there. Now please remember something, when you go to Facebook, hit like. That way, every single time that Partnership Realty has a new class, you're going to get notifications that we have a new class coming very soon. When you go to YouTube, please click on subscriber. You're also going to get notified by YouTube of all of our upcoming classes. So again, what do we need? We need the listing agreement, or in other cases, if it's already under contract, we need the sales contract. What else do we need? We need the current mortgage statement from your seller or sellers. Okay? The mortgage statement is going to have a balance owed. Now that's not the payoff. Now we haven't ordered a payoff, but we do need to give our sellers a very accurate and very close estimate of how much they're going to receive at the time of closing. So what are we going to do? We're going to look at the balance owed and then take a look at what the mortgage payment is. I need what you guys to do is take the balance and add the mortgage payment in. That's the calculation we're going to use for our estimator today. So in this case, we're going to use $187,900 plus, let's say it's a mortgage payment of $1,500 with taxes, insurance, and everything included. You're going to sum all that together. That's the balance that we're going to use. Okay? You're also going to need, when you're doing one of these calculations here, is the closing date. Those are the three things. How simple is that? Well, the property taxes as well, too. I forgot about that. You need those four things. Property taxes, closing date, sales price, and you need to know the commission as well, too. So I'm going to keep adding to our list here. You guys give me a minute. You're going to probably need a larger piece of paper. No, that's truly all that we need at this moment. So let's start out. We're going to calculate an estimated closing date. So let's estimate a closing date, and we've done our CMA and our market analysis. So let's say that we come up with a sales price of $390,000. So we're going to put in there in sales price $390,000. Then we need a closing date. So a closing date is within 30 days. Now we've got some phenomenal upcoming lenders that are going to be doing live seminars for you guys and telling you all about their loan programs through our government loans, through FHA, conventional, and VA. They are closing loans within 30 days normally, and they're getting loan approvals within 20 days to 25 days. Phenomenal. We got Van Dyke Mortgage this year with Van Dyke Mortgage. We've got Ulises Ibarra coming with Bay Equity. All of this is coming up next week. We got Cross Country coming. We have a Absolute Mortgage. You have a lot of different lenders that are going to come and share their loan programs with you guys. So do hit subscribe and like so you can see at today's market what is going on, what loans are available, and how easy it is to close these loans. Partnership Realty, Partnership Title is very busy. We're doing a lot of closings with today's market. Why? The interest rates are low. Property values have dropped quite a bit. So what are we seeing? We are seeing mortgage payments that were 2 months ago, $300, $400, $500 more because of the rates are lower, the prices dropped a little bit. We're seeing mortgage payments right now on a weekly basis that are $300-400 less. Great savings, great time to buy, because you guys know really well that once all of this balances out, stabilizes, interest rates are going to go back up again. Property values are certainly going to go up again, especially in an area like this here at Sunny Isles with this beautiful views. So do talk to your buyers. Let them know this is a great time to buy. Now, let's calculate a closing date within 30 days. So if you want to, we're going to use May. And please remember, Saturdays or Sundays are not legal days to be able to close on a closing. So make sure it's Monday through Friday. So in this case here, we're going to use May 8th. So we've got the closing date. We've got the sales price. We just need a few more things. Look how quickly this is. It truly takes you guys no more than 5 minutes to fill out a seller's net proceeds and email it or hand it over to your client while they're sitting right in front of you. It's nice to email it because they'll have it saved. So simple to use. Now, what else did I say we needed? We needed that mortgage payoff. So let's come here to mortgage payoff. Now, there's a first and a second mortgage. In some cases, there could be second mortgages. So don't forget to ask. Always ask, sir, ma'am, folks, do we have a second mortgage? So what could a second mortgage be? It could be a line of credit, a HELOC. So we need to find out what that second mortgage is. If it's a line of credit, we also need, again, what? We need the mortgage statement. We're going to see what the balance is on it, and we're going to add that to the mortgage, the monthly mortgage payment, and that's going to be our payoff that we're going to use. But in this case, we're only going to use one, and we're going to use $187,900. That's what's owed on the first mortgage. Now, of course, we know it's going to be a little bit different, but again, there's not a single title company or an attorney that's going to give you an exact amount. We just need to be close. We need to let our clients know that we're going to be within a few $100s, give or take, okay? And we need to let them know an estimate of what they're going to receive. Watch how simple this is. Now, here comes another important one, your commission. Your commission could be either 6%, which is the average, 5%, 4%. If you're doing a commercial loan, you could use this as well too. It could be 10%, it could be 8%, 7%. But in this case here, we're going to use 6%. Now, you're able to do something as well too, and we're going to do that afterwards. Let's say that we are at a 6% commission. We're going to add on the listing side, as if you've already seen, 3%, and then on the buyer side, 3%. Why are we separating them? Well, seller actually pays for the closing, for the commission. So we want to separate them, because sometimes us as a seller's agent, if we get an offer in, we might give back a portion of our commission, and I'm going to show you how to do that afterwards whenever they send us an offer. But right now, we're going to use 3% and 3% for listing and buyer's agency. Now you're going to put in the transaction fee, whatever it may be. In this case here, we're just going to use $4.95. We're going to go next to homeowners association. Very simple. We're going to use this on a monthly basis, and we're going to use an example of $240 per month. Don't worry about it. You don't have to do the proration. The system automatically does it for you. It is so user-friendly. It is so easy to use. I mean, this makes our life so easy, and it makes us look so professional. Wait till you see the templates that we've got. This is phenomenal technology, okay? So all you need to put in there is the 240, and it's on a monthly basis. Are they current or not? Don't worry about that. That's the title companies, what they get paid for. They're going to resolve that. Well, it's good if you ask it, because if you do ask it, we can go back and add it afterwards if they owe, let's say, $3,000, $5,000 of backed HOAs. We want to include it in there, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. But right now, we're not going to include it. Resale certificate and transfer fee, don't worry about all that. Title company's going to do it. I still promise you guys, we're going to be within a very close range. Your estimate here is going to be phenomenally close. What else do we need? We need to know how much the property taxes are, okay? So let's just use an example of $3,500 per year. So we're going to plug in $3,500 and we're going to hit, well, no, we want one more. We want seller's expenses. I just want to show you guys this here because I did mention a couple of minutes ago if they owe any back HOA fees. So let's go up and you're going to see right there on the left hand side, this is going to be an expense to the seller, not a credit to the seller. So we're going to click on expense. Then we're going to put here HOA fees due. And then we're going to put the amount that the HOA, what fees are due. But again, if there aren't any, if they're not backed on the HOA fees, don't put anything in there. All you have to do is hit calculate. But let's use an example. Let's say they do owe, I don't know, let's use $2,000 as backed HOA fees. Phenomenal. Look at this. We are done. This is saved. We're going to hit calculate now. And while it's calculating, this is saved time. You don't have to call up a title company. You don't have to call up an attorney. You don't have to call up another coworker and ask them, how do I calculate a seller's net proceeds? You're actually doing it yourself. So here we go. We have the seller receiving at time of closing $169,208. If we look at the sales price and we go down, you're going to see, you need to get familiarized with this, and I apologize, I'm not going to go over it detail per detail. It's something you need to read it. You need to know what the documentary stamps are. You need to know everything about this, the first lien, second lien. You guys need to get familiar with this here. Your commissions, right, the payoff of $187,000, both commissions to the listing agency and the buyer's agency of $11,700 each in commission, $495 for the transaction fee. County taxes have been prorated already of $1,217.81. HOA fees have also been prorated. And here is the best part. Remember that HOA back dues that are due of $2,000? There it is, guys. Now, again, you need to get familiarized with this. Do test trials at your home. Email it to yourself. It is so simple. But let's go down. Sorry, one more time. We're going to go down real quickly. And you're going to see at the very, very bottom the same dollar amount of $169,208. That's exactly what we see at the top, that's how much your seller's going to receive. So when you're getting a listing, this is how we calculate what are the closing costs for a seller. What are the seller's net proceeds? Now, extremely important, click on save. Do not forget that. So you want to give it a name. In this case here, we're going to use my name, Ismael Alvarez. I am your seller at this case today. So once you put Ismael Alvarez, I'm going to put number 3 because we've used many different scenarios. And you're going to hit save. Now, click done. And we are going to go up and email this to our client. While we're sitting there with our laptop notepad, we are going to email this to our clients so they can have it saved in their email. And you don't even need to bring a piece of paper with you. You don't need to print it out. It's so easy. So we're going to actually email this to my wonderful assistant, Guillermo Martinez. Without him, I'm totally lost in this world. I want you to know that. So we're going to email this to him, and you're going to hit click, and you're going to send this. You can send it to yourself. Do plenty of test trials. Do different scenarios. Do different sales price, different taxes, different payoffs. But it's always going to come out to the same, it's a very good calculator, okay? Now, we're going to open it up, and we're going to see what does it look like when the seller receives it. Well, look at this. It's pretty much the same thing. They're going to get, at the time of close, there's the property address, sales price of, if it sells for $390, which I'm sure it will, at $169,208 is what the seller is going to receive, and there are all their closing costs. And we're going to go all the way down to the very bottom one more time, and you're going to see again $169. And most important, remember how I said that your photos should be there? Your name, your contact information, your entire profile? There it is, guys. This is so simple. It's actually only taken us a few minutes to do, but truly, truly, it should take you guys no more than, once you've practiced this, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes tops to do. But do practice this at home. Now, what we did here was we've actually given a seller of what they're going to receive at the time of closing. But let's say you receive an offer. Now, we need to go back and we need to edit. We need to edit our existing profile that we've got on this property. Every single listing that you've got unlimited, they're all going to be there, okay? So you're going to come back in here and you're going to go to seller's net proceeds, okay? And you're going to click on saved. Remember why? Because it's been saved already. So we're going to go down to number 3. That's the estimate that we've had. What's the difference? Well, let's say that, now you got to go to edit because we do have to edit. So let's say that they made you an offer of, I don't know, let's try $385,000. Nope, I don't want to use $385,000. Someone really loved this property and they offered more on this property. I mean, we're going to put $410,000 in there. This is a property that's in demand. Someone truly, truly loved it. And we're going to use $410,000. The system is automatically going to calculate it for you. Now, I used $410,000 for a couple of reasons. One, because they could offer more. I've seen where it has been that there's been, multiple offers, and it's going to be the highest and best. But what if they're asking for seller contribution? So I do want to calculate today with seller contribution. Now, we received this offer a week later or 2 weeks later, so we're going to go to the closing date. No, we're going to go up, and we're going to go up to the closing date, and we're going to change the closing date because that's got to be changes the entire proration. So let's use 10 days later on the 22nd, fine. Let's use the 22nd as our new closing date. The payoff is going to remain the same. And let's go to the commission, for example. Let's go to the commission for one quick sec. Okay? Here we go. Let's say that because there's seller contribution that they're going to be asking, and we're going to use an example of $8,000 today. So let's say that you do want to maybe give some of your commission back. Your commission as the listing agency to the seller. Change it from percentage sign to dollar sign. And we're going to change this from $11,700 commission to, let's just use $8,700. So let's use $8,700. Now you're not going to change the buyer's side. You can't do that, okay, without their permission. So we're going to leave that as is. The HOA is going to remain the same. They're still going to owe $2,000 of back taxes, but we are going to go to others seller's expense. So let's go to other seller's expense. And in this case here, we're going to add one more expense in there, and it's going to be seller's credit. What does that mean? That is seller contribution. Okay? The buyer needs the seller to pay, for example, let's just use $10,000 for their closing costs. So they need the help from the seller to be able to pay for their closing costs. So we've got $10,000. Now we're going to click calculate. We're pretty much done all over again. Now take a look at this. Seller's net proceeds changed to $174,277.42. Okay? Sales prices changed to $410, and everything there is going to change all over again, from the title policy to the documentary stamps. The payoff is going to remain the same. But take a look at this at the listing agency broker agreement. I'm sorry, commission. $8,700. See how that changed? And now the, the buyer made more. That didn't work out. We forgot to change that one. Again, how do we change that? We're going to come up to seller's net sheet. Sorry, forgot to change that. We can't have the buyer making more, or the buyer's agent making more than we did. Boy, that's unfair. So you're going to go there to edit, and you're going to come down. We only have to make one change. So we're going to come there to seller's expense. Nope, sorry. We're going to go to the commission amount, right? And go ahead and change that. Make it to a dollar sign and put $11,700. So simple to use. Watch this. We're going to change this to 11.7. And now we are going to have a very accurate and precise, again, estimate. But it is a very good estimate. We're going to change the transaction fee of $4.95. This is an expense to the if there isn't a transaction fee, then don't put it in. Just click calculate, and we're actually done. Watch this, $175,077.4. It increased this time because instead of being $12,300, it went down to $11,700. There it is. So see where the buyer's commission is at of $11,700? Phenomenal. HOA fees. And here we have the closing costs of $10,700. So we pretty much have everything, and all you have to do is go up and you can email this to your client. So we're going to save it, click save, and then you're going to re-email this. Well, we're not going to email it because you guys seen how easy it is to do. Thank you again, guys, for being with us here at Partnership Realty. And we have many other classes coming up. Don't forget, on YouTube, hit subscribe. On Facebook, hit live so you can see all our upcoming classes. Have a great day.